with that. So yeah, moving on to your collective, like tell us about, you know, your family, your gang, your boys, your collective.
Yeah.
Like like could you tell us a little bit about your collective?
Yeah, well, my collective's called Goddessgang. Goddessgang
Bow,
Collective.
bow. Shout out to
GGC.
everybody in the Goddess Gang, yeah? Shout out to
Yes.
everybody. Peace
Yes.
and love from your boy, Shafiq Kayuki.
Yes,
So yeah, peace and love.
Yes. We kind of, it's a funny story because we're all on a spiritual path, and I think that's what combines us. We're all on a spiritual path, and we all want to share our message and our learning through the music.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of connects us all. And we've got certain ethoses, like we're all vegan.
Yeah.
Well, actually, not all of us. Most of us are. Not all of us. But it started like we kind of got together beginning this year around February.
Okay.
Around February, March.
Literally.
But I kind of, some of my friends in it I've known for a few years.
Oh, okay.
And then a few of my other friends in it, I kind of met them last year, but we more reconnected this year, and then it kind of brought different people.
Sorry to cut you, yeah. To be fair, yeah, me looking at you guys, yeah, like you guys have got such a bond, yeah. I thought you guys, all of you guys, you guys have known each other for years, you know. It's so beautiful because I can actually see like you guys are all on the same frequency, if I may say, like the same vibe. That's why even like I said to certain people, find your tribe, go where the love is. I say all of these things because it's like once you find your own tribe, it's beautiful. Because even for me, obviously all of us are going through our own personal journey, innit? But even for me, I'm going through my own personal journey, trying to look for my own tribe and stuff like that. Because I've got to a point where it's like, yeah, man, like that's part of life. And when I see you guys, it's like when I see you guys playing and stuff, you guys look happy. Like you're. The word I could use literally, you guys are in your own world and it's beautiful. You know, like when you're in your own bubble.
We are.
And me outside of that bubble, looking in, I'm like, right, I want that. I'm keeping it real. I'm like, I want my own tribe like that, like to be in our own little bubble, to do our own stuff. I'm even gonna come to that. Your tattoos and everything. You guys are just like dope, man. So it's like, for only like a couple of good months, literally.
Yeah.
Wow. The bond is real,
because we're all
man.
like different individual artists, and then we kind of like got together and was like working together as a team, and the team's just literally grown over that time. Like more and more people have come into it, and now we started doing live band rehearsals as well.
Amazing, man. Yeah. So even like in terms of even performing together, like it hasn't been even that long.
No, because I was more as a solo artist before.
Yeah. That is amazing. And like, what kind of music do you guys make? Like, what would you call the kind of music you guys make?
Well, as a collective, we're kind of eclectic because, like, for me personally, my music is quite versatile because I've got a lot of cultural influences in myself and in my instruments. And with the collective, it's kind of a lot of hip hop, neo soul, kind of conscious. Healing music, but it's definitely a lot around hip hop and like new jazz, neo soul, territory. But some artists, like, we are quite versatile. So some more do trap, some more do drill, some do like more hip hop, some do more neo soul. So we've got all the different flavors. Yeah.
Like, do you feel like even talking about being authentic, I've got this thing where it's like the older you get, I feel like you need, like we said before, you need to dive within yourself and find out who you really are. And once you do that, then you can basically be authentic, live within your authentic self. So like, do you feel so, like, it's a big world out there, innit? Do you feel sorry for certain people who you can clearly tell they're not living within their true authentic self? Like, you know that sometimes you can be on this side, innit, being like, I know I'm living my life 100% me, and then you look on that side and you see a lot of you get on to say, you see a lot of people just being fake, living by society standards. And do you ever see certain people in certain groups around the world, or certain people in general, who you can tell they're not living within the true authentic self, and just feel sorry for them? Do you ever, you get me? Maybe sorry is the wrong word, but if you know where I'm coming from.
I kind of do, but at the same time I know it's their journey. So it's all part of the story. So I feel like you have to kind of go through that experience to know what your authentic self is in the first place. You know,
that's like, facts. You're actually on point.
Like when I look at my own life, there's been times where, you know, I've had to find myself, feel like I find myself by a trial and error, and it's part of the way. So I just know everything's for our highest good, and that's everyone. That's me. That's everyone. Even if the person's not living their authentic self, everything's really for the highest good, ultimately.
That is mad. I believe in that as well. All of us are going through our own journeys, and sometimes, like you say, we might look at someone and whatever they're living might not make sense to you now, but we need to have. So you're saying basically we need to have like a better understanding that no matter how certain people might be living, all of us are going through our own journey, and it's like I'm a believer of God. Like I believe like all of our lives are written, and all of us are going through. It's like a book, innit? Going through our own different chapters and things like that. And it's like, yeah, it's like where like talk. Let's talk a little bit about your upbringing, like you know, a little bit about your childhood. Like, how was your upbringing like? Your childhood like?
Well, my parents divorced before I was even one, and
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to hear that.
it's okay.
Even my parents, to be fair,
Yeah.
they got divorced when I was a little bit older. But yeah,
Yeah,
that makes the two of us.
yeah.
You know, reality.
I think a lot of people have gone through that.
Absolutely, single. You know, they're saying in a single mother household and stuff like that. You can even hear my mum talk. This is reality, man. But yeah, like how was so like you're saying.
It's kind of like complicated, but I will write a song about it.
Yeah, just a little, just as much.
Yeah, and then I lived with my mum for a bit. I have an older brother.
Okay.
And then my mum got remarried and my dad got remarried and had 2 other kids each.
Yeah.
And then I lived with my mum, and then I used to see my dad sometimes.
Yeah.
And then I lived with my dad.
Yeah.
And then I had quite a lot of like violence and a bit of suppression when I did live with my dad and my stepmom. So there's a lot of domestic abuse. So that was a lot to like heal within that childhood trauma.
Yeah.
And yeah, there was a lot that I'm still healing. Is about self-parenting and about feeling lovable, because at the same time I need to forgive my parents because they could only give what they could at their level of awareness.
Forgiveness is really. Do you believe like the older you get, forgiveness is really really powerful, and it's like how you can literally set yourself free, if you know what I'm saying. Because if you keep on holding on to this, you know, like whatever it is, if you're not forgiving, it's baggage, isn't it? Mental baggage, if that's the way people call it. It's like it holds on to you. It's like it weighs you down, and the older you get, it's like I reckon, forgiveness is really really powerful. And it's like which area was you raised in?
So I was born in Kent.
Oh, Kent.
It's called Gravesend, where actually Pocahontas died 500 years ago.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Something even sick? Yeah. Like literally, like the mother of my kids, she had like a little phrase where not to say too much, but she lived in, you know, Northfleet.
Yeah, Northfleet.
I literally used to go up and down like Kent and stuff like that. And obviously, you go past Gravesend and all of them, the sides, and anytime somebody says Kent, I got mad memories in Kent. How was like your memories like in Kent, like growing up in Kent?
Kent is nice. It's the Garden of England, they call it. There's a lot of greenery. Near where my mum is, there's like a lot of horses that just like,
nice. Sounds good.
That people own, but you know, there's a street there.
Yeah.
There's apple trees. Again, they're all owned by.
But you just did your thing though.
Yeah, it's nice to be in the greenery. What I like about London though is more cosmopolitan. Culturally a bit mixed. But yeah, I ran away from home at 16 and came to London at 16. And I do like seeing all the different cultures here. I do like that. Yeah.
Which was your first place that you came to in London when you moved from Kent?
You know
Which was the first area you moved
I went
into?
to stay with some friends in near Edgware Road.
Yeah.
So I was staying around them sides, around Church Street, Edgware Road for a bit. And then I was living in Hanwell in Ealing.
I've heard of that place before, yeah.
Yeah, before I got my own flat in Norfolk, which is northwest.
Yeah.
I was living there for 10 years on an estate. And then I moved now to Brixton, near Brixton, Gypsy Hill. Which is really nice.
Brixton.
Yeah.
Brixton got a vibe, innit?
Yeah, it's got a vibe. People just like can express their culture and themselves, and people really appreciate the arts there.
Yeah.
So like they appreciate spirituality as well. So I could just be myself, and no one bullies me.
Yeah.
Before in my other area, not Norfolk, people used to like bully me for doing yoga and like laugh at me for wearing my crystal.
Like we said, ignorance is bliss, innit?
Yeah.
Certain people, you know, like certain people just, I don't know why it is. Yeah. Certain people just hate what they don't understand. If that makes sense, because certain people. Yeah, I think just ignorance is bliss. Like, but like you say, like those people, everybody's gone through their own journey mentally. Only God knows where they are. You get me? And I feel like even before you became this beautiful soul, like this beautiful person, I'm standing right in front of you. Like, what kind of person was you before? Like you because I know you're on this journey, and like I can feel, like I said to you, I can feel your energy. It's like it's mad, isn't it? But before you became this beautiful soul, and you know the person that you are now, yeah, like what kind of person was you? Like what kind of character was you? Like tell us a little bit about
it's
that.
funny because I feel like the more I get back to myself, the more I realise how I was with my child self.
Okay.
So it's the more actually I'm unlearning certain things or deprogramming
I like
certain
that word,
traumas.
unlearning. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
That I'm actually coming back to myself. So, but I went through a time where, you know, I was always kind of like quite spiritual. From like 14, I wanted to start being vegetarian, even though all my family ate meat and things.
Oh, wow.
And then I started meditating properly at 16.
Yeah.
But I've always been like, if I look back and I feel back to myself, I've always been like, as a kid, I remembered some past lives and things. I've always been kind of sensitive psychically to energies and everything.
Yeah.
And there was a time where, you know, through our life experience, they shape our character and who we are. So there was everything like bad I've gone through, that's been to shape me. So like,
absolutely.
Before I had to learn how to like stick up for myself, because before I was being suppressed quite a lot, told what I needed to do, told how my life's going to be, told what job, told who I'm going to be married, told everything that I got told who I am, rather than me tell them who I am. So then when I left home, I had to really, it was a bit scary, but at the same time I didn't really have anyone. But it made me strong and it made me able to know myself. So when I didn't have anyone around me, I was able to literally just find myself, express myself on my own terms. And yeah, became more courageous, more outspoken, more creative, more quirky, more unafraid to just express myself and be different. I actually love being different now.
Do you feel free?
I feel free.
Like I keep on,